What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tom's Garage. Hey guys, tonight I want to talk to you about how to stay organized. How to check in when people bring you a whole lot of stuff. How do you check it in? How do you tag it? How do you stay organized? How do you stay organized? Well, over the last year I have become so busy. Let me show you how I stay organized. When somebody brings me something, we're going to call this Henry Winkler's lawnmower. Okay, let me show you. Mr. Winkler, what is the deal with your lawn mower? Okay, well, it's been sitting since last winter. It ain't gonna crank. Well, you know what? I went to Amazon and I got a bunch of these tags. I got like 1,000 of them, and they're all sequential. The next tag is 1199035. Okay, we're going to use this one. This is just somehow the way I have. This is how I become organized. We're going to call this feller. This feller's name is. Make sure you get the first and last name, and make sure you spell it right. Mr. D. Okay, you spell that D-O-O and Hickey. Okay, that's cool. And make sure you write the date on there. It's 6/7/21. Make sure you get that date on there, because you have to know this. And make sure you get his number, 404-911-1111. Okay. You got his name, you got his number. If you want to go as far as get his address, well, that's cool. Get to know everything you can about the customer, because you may never see him again and get stuck with a piece of equipment. Okay, there's Mr. Doohickey right there. 1199035. And what I'd like to do is I got a big old box of these business cards. I say, okay, Mr. Doohickey, there's my business card for you. You sit there and watch me put this on your lawnmower, and we're going to fold this. Watch me do this one-handed. Pow! Look at there. That's yours, and this is yours to take home. You got my name, my number, my address. You know where my shop is, and you've got this. You don't even have to write nothing on this. Remember that number, 1199035. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to ask you, well, Mr. Doohickey, what is the problem with your lawnmower? Well, it's been sitting. It won't crank. Well, you sell them on a full service. Sell them on a full service. You sell them, if he's on a budget, just do whatever it takes, or if he wants to go all out. Well, this is my invoice. After the customer leaves, I'll take this invoice right here. I'll put his name. I'll go as far as to get his address. I'll get everything I need to know about this customer. I'll go as far. I don't give a darn what I'm doing to it. I don't care what I'm doing. I'll always get the engine model number, type and spec, serial number. I'll always get the manufacturer of the equipment. What it is, push mower, lawn tractor, zero turn, and the equipment model number and the serial number. Okay, I'll get all that. You get his name and address, and always get his phone number. It don't matter if you get his cell or home or whatever. Just get his cell phone number. Repair is needed. Does he want to just diagnose and call him with the estimate? And always you know, even a solo shop, I work by myself, always take the time to, first thing you do is write down what he tells you. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten busy and he just drops it off in splits and you're thinking, well, darn, what did he say? Write down everything on this ticket. Write down everything on that ticket. And then a day or two later when you get back to him, well, you know what he wants. You know, I want it fixed. This was my dad's special lawnmower. I got to get her fixed. I just bought her this piece of crap. It don't crank. You know, whatever. And then once you get done, I'll go over this a little bit later with you. So anyway, put this on this tractor, on this equipment, give him this, give him a card. After he leaves, take the time to fill this out completely. Look at the equipment. It don't matter what you're doing to it, just a little bit. Write down everything because you got to have records of this. The date in, and the most important thing, you get these from Amazon. They're in order. 1/19/90/35. 1/19/90/35. Okay, now his name is Doohickey. And I've got his number. I wrote it right there. I'm going to write it right there. It don't matter if you ever got to go see him. He ain't going to invite you to his graduation or his daughter's wedding. Just get his address so you'll know. Put him in your cell phone as a contact. Mr. Doohickey, oh, he's the John Deere pushmower guy. Whatever it takes. Always remember the customer. And then write in here exactly what he wants. And then when you're done, when you did everything you need to do, work performed. This goes back to my days in the 90s when I was a auto mechanic. Just write out by hand every single thing you did. It don't matter how insignificant it is, write it down, no matter how insignificant. And it will really help. Even if you get the cheap parts from Amazon, write the part number. If you have to special order parts from Honda, write the part number. Description, is it a carburetor, a cheap ass carburetor from Amazon? It cost you $5. Hey, that's a $25 carburetor. Total up your parts. All the parts get totaled here. Whatever you want to charge labor. If you pick up and deliver, even if you pick up and deliver, do this. Do that right there. Always do that. Total. And then you have a copy of this. Now let me show you what I do with this. After the customer leaves and you've got everything documented there, I've got what I like to call, that's my book of secrets right there. That is a 4-inch thick binder of nothing but notebook paper inside that binder. I write down what kind of car he drives, what he smelt like, was he a nice guy, did he bring you candy? Yeah, he brought me a piece of candy. That's why, write it down. Everything you can remember about a customer. The next time he comes, and he's going to send his relatives, brothers, girlfriends, ex-wife, sister-in-law. They're going to call you and say, oh, well, yeah, Mr. Doohickey? Yeah, take care of him. So what you do is when you get this equipment done and you fill that out, what I like to do, we're going to walk in here. We're going to walk in here to the office. Okay, I'm ready to call Mr. Doohickey because I got his bill filled out. I got his equipment fixed. And we're going to go right in here to this computer in the secret Adobe lair. And everybody's seen this. So what I like to do is I like to plant myself with a cold beer. You got your scanner. I'm going to open this scanner. Put that in there right there. I'm going to click on scan. I don't know how well you can see this. I don't know how well I can see that, but click on scan. We're going to scan this invoice. I got a light shining somewhere. I'm going to turn that off. So everything on the invoice is filled out. Parts, labor, everything you're going to charge this customer. Okay, we're scanning this invoice in, and then we're going to go up here and click on view. View what you just scanned. Okay, there's Mr. Doohickey. You've got him all figured out, ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to click Save As, and I'm gonna name that picture I just scanned 1199035. That is the invoice number of that ticket. That's what he's got in his hand. I'm gonna click Save It. Saving a copy. Okay, now go right here to your files. That's what we just scanned. And I'm going to move this mower invoices. It's right there on the desktop. You can get rid of everything else. You can get rid of everything else. Okay. Now we are back to the desktop. You can click on mower invoices. If you ever have a question about any invoice you've ever done, this saves a lot of paperwork. Saves a lot of paperwork. Now you can go right here to see all these invoice numbers. These are the ones I've done recently. So 1199035, you can pull that up and you can do whatever you want with that. You can print it. You can show the customer. You can email the customer. Email your tax advisor. You have everything right there. There it is. There it is. Well, fellas, this is just some way to get organized. This is how I have come to find some kind of organization when I get crazy busy. If you guys have any better way of doing this, let me know. This is just one way that I have come up with just to get organized, and I want to show you this invoice again right here. You can go online and you can search any kind of invoice you want to search. I got this invoice when I went to Sedco school for Briggs and Stratton back in the 90s. What I did was I just wrote my name right here. I just wrote my name and made 1 million copies of this. And that is how I do it. And then when the customer comes to pick up their equipment, I'll walk you back out here because I want to show you this. I'll call Mr. Doohickey. Mr. Doohickey, your equipment is ready. So I'll just come right back out here. He'll meet me out there. I'll tell him I'll open the gate for you. And he'll come out here. He'll have his little claim ticket. He's already given my card to 15 of his buddies. And I'll look right here. I got this file here that says stuff is ready. I got this file right here that says stuff I'm still working on it. Look at there. Still got plenty of things in there I'm still working on. And I even got a file right here that says junk it. People tell me to keep stuff and junk it all the time. There's a couple things in there. Let me just show you a couple of things that, I'm still waiting for people to pick this crap up. I'm going to have a busy day tomorrow, fellas. I won't be out here a whole lot. But these just some of the things that people have said, you know what, just keep it. This tiller right here, this is a Husqvarna FT900. The gearbox is bad and it won't till under any kind of load. And he said, well, just keep it. Well, I appreciate that, sir. I can certainly use that for parts. And this pressure washer was locked up tighter than Dick's hat band. The engine Pump is good. Just the engine was locked up. I even took the engine apart. You cannot turn that piston. There goes Redneck Bell. Get it, boy! But anyway, that is, yeah! But anyway, that is mine for parts. That is mine for parts. Good pump. There's my poor motorcycle I'll never ride again. And that is good for parts. Got a good Briggs & Stratton. You know, hey, you know. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching my videos, man. If you guys have a better way of organizing, God, let me know, man. I'm always open for suggestions. I will always, you know, offer suggestions. So y'all be good.